All right, we're getting ready to go into the North Puerto Blanco Drive. And if you'd like to read any of this, feel free to stop it. And the warning. Okay. Well, we're starting the, I guess this is the north part of the Puerto Blanco Trail. And I guess we end up in the south end of the Puerto Blanco Trail. Nicely graded here. I can't remember that it's this nice the whole way, so we'll see.
I think after it switches to one way, that's where they recommend high clearance. It's a 41-mile loop.
Yeah. 41. I mean, it's a long ways and it's slow, so it takes a little over an hour probably, or maybe a couple hours.
The brochure actually says 4 to 6 hours.
All right, turn the camera back on because I thought we going to get a nicer view of this mountain here. One thing you guys will notice is that I'm a junkie on rock formations, and I kind of like this. Almost looks like maybe it's going to be a fin over here on the left. I'm going to stop and get a better photograph for you of it, or better video. So the road here, as you can tell, is a little bumpy, but I think if you had just kind of a normal clearance for what we've done so far, if it wasn't wet, we have had to go through some washes, but at least to this point, I mean, we're talking, 2 or 3 inch at the most protrusions off the surface, if you will. All right, I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna get you some shots of the area around here. It's pretty cool. Those clouds are really cool. That's a cool cactus right here. Look at this thing, Carol.
Oh yeah.
Well, we're coming up here on a pretty nice formation. But every time we go around a corner, there's just really some pretty cool, I don't know if you call them mountains, hills. Not really sure. I'll tell you, the rock formations in here are just incredible. I was shooting the one way and all of a sudden I noticed we were missing the other side of the road. I would say it's gotten a little rougher, and I probably wouldn't recommend coming out here if you don't have at least an SUV type vehicle. Yeah, it gets a little rough in some parts here. It's not terrible. Any SUV type vehicle. There are some steep areas though. You want to make sure you have good traction tires. Not super steep and not sandy. Just a little gravelly.
Apparently the Ocotillo shrubs will leaf out within like 2 days of a rain, and they've got blooms on them but no green leaves, so it kind of also lets us know there hasn't been a recent rain.
Another cool mountain formation here. You can see just about every time you turn around there's another something or other. All right, just a little more of the road here. Kind of gotten away from the mountain, except those ones off to the far right. See if I could drive out there, we camp under those.
I think those off to the right are the base mountains, and these hills in the front of us are called the Cipriano Hill. according to my little handy dandy national park map.
It's always nice to have the maps. Carol's good with maps anyway. She would rather be using a paper map than a digital map.
It's just how I was brought up. So these really brightly, that really catching the light, these cholla bushes or cholas that are kind of on trunks like trees. These are the chain fruit cholla, and some of them, some of them are definitely fruiting, and the fruits are attached and kind of hang down like bananas, except they're segmented. That's why they're called chain fruit.
We're coming up to another one of the pit toilets on the trail, and some picnic tables. We're going to stop and get something to eat, but I also wanted to mention it's 82 degrees outside. Boy, we haven't had warmth like that for a long time.
This is called Bonita Well.
Yeah, nice little, when Carol makes the lunch, I'll kind of go around through the corral and try not to step on any rattlesnakes or something.
Yeah. There's a trigger on the tether. He says, what?
I was trying to get the refrigerator and me out of the sun. Put Carol in the sun.
I like a nice warm car seat.
All right, we are at Bonita Well. Carol pointed out this saguaro and how it had a lot of woodpecker holes in it, and it's a tall one. Let's go take a look over here. It's a pretty cool dead tree. It's a pretty cool tree here. I like the shape of it, really nice. Thought this part was kind of cool. Anyway, pretty awesome. All right, so I'm walking over now to the corral, and here's the official sign to Bonita Well. See if I can get it in there. We're walking in here now into the corral area. Gotta keep my eyes peeled here for snakes and such. The old watering trough here. It's pretty cool. And a fairly defunct windmill. And walking in now to another section here. Interesting how they use the tree trunks for the fencing. I may have to walk around to get to the cattle loading gate. Love old stuff like this. There's the cattle loading ramp. The little chute that they run them through right there, so it kind of goes across here and then up into the truck or whatever they used back then. I don't know how old this is, but probably trucks. So I'm going to go around and see if I can get into this cattle area, but I'm not sure I can. Looks like the entrance might be around here. Yes. Okay. I was looking at the end of the fence and I couldn't see a break. Like I said, you got to keep your eye out for rattlesnakes. I've said this to other people. I may have mentioned this before. I've only seen one rattlesnake ever, and it was in Ironwood, and it was going under my truck. Carol was talking about the chain fruit cholla. I think you can see some there. Looks like the birds got it. Up here, yeah, that's a good view for you. We're sure probably there's some use for this fruit, but we're not really sure what the preparation would be. And here's that cattle chute. Goes up through here, and you can, old rusty hinge. That's the anchor bolts. Yeah, you wouldn't want to walk up that with all those cholla in there. That would not be fun. Beautiful clouds. Those are gorgeous clouds. Very lyrical. All right, so I hope you guys are enjoying the little tour here. Yeah, we're gonna get some lunch here, and then there's a spring we're intending to get to, and we should be going along the border at one point, and it used to be open. I have a feeling they built the fence there now, but it used to be really kind of cool. You could see the houses. In fact, some houses were in between the markers for the Mexican side and the American side, and they would have, like, I think the American side was white, and they were just I-beams, and the I-beams, you know, was to stop traffic, cars from being able to cross, but it was pretty easy for anyone to walk across. I was tempted. I was on one place, and there was a store right across the way, and could have gone over there and gotten a soda or something. I mean, it was maybe 100 yards from the road that we were on. So it's kind of cool. I'm gonna go grab something to eat. Looks like Carol's out doing something. I can't tell if that's my lunch sitting over there or not. So I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Okay. All right, so I just saw something kind of interesting over here. There's an old pad for something. Looks like something burnt down. I don't know if you can see there, all the remaining wood. It must have been the corner foundation. It's not a very big area, maybe like 8 feet by 8 feet. Let's see if I can see anything else. Well, I was walking through the bushes to come see this cement pad out here. I saw something else that was kind of cool. The stump here on, I think it's the same dead tree that I was showing you guys, but it's really cool looking. You can see here obvious evidence of fire charring up on here, up on this part of it. But over here, it's kind of more like a spotted pattern, which is pretty cool. I like this little yellow wood as a contrast to the bark that's been burnt. Anyway, I thought this was pretty cool stuff.
Well, we had our lunch. Thanks, Carol. And you can see now we're not surrounded by too many hills close by. I mean, there's a few off in the distance, and maybe you can see the mountains way off in the distance ahead of us.
That's Mexico.
Is that Mexico?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so up ahead here, you can see almost straight ahead this tower, which we're assuming is some border patrol installation. Probably has some infrared sensors, motion detectors, who all knows what. Now they actually even have a propane tank there, so they must run a generator if they don't get enough solar, because that's a pretty big solar array there.
Pretty big solar array.
Well, there are your tax dollars at work. Border wall.
Pay attention, John.
Carol thinks I should stay on the road.
Well, it is a two-way road.
No traffic. Oh, you can see somebody's driving on the other side of the road over there.
That's probably where Highway 85 comes up to the crossing.
There's a gate there. Well, we had seen them 3 years ago building some of the wall in southern New Mexico, but haven't seen it here. Yeah, you can see the highway on the other side of that fence. We may have to walk.
All right, so we're at Quitabaquito. So the trail here is pretty well lined with rocks, so it's not going to be a difficult thing. When we first came up, I wasn't so sure that we could figure out how to get there. So we were just informed by the people who were coming out that Quito Bonito is just up around the corner here. Not too far. Is Carol hiding from me? I have Carol in the shot. Carol, and let's see if I can get Trigger. I don't know where Trigger is. So, just up around where this tree is. But you can see the wonderful fence behind us. I guess everyone has a different opinion on it. You know, good and bad, I guess. So Quito Bonito is apparently where that tree is over there. To be honest with you, I have no idea what it is. Is it a spring, Carol?
It's a spring.
Oh, that's cool. Now this. It's a cool little lion head-ish kind of thing here on the cholla, where it's been. You can see this is, we know it's a cholla, and here's that skeletal form. Well, Trigger hasn't seen him yet.
I don't think he sees them if they're not moving, maybe.
Yeah, you gotta see him. This one's kind of sleek looking. Very sleek head, longish tail. See if I can get around to the other side. If he's still there. See him a little bit better, maybe. There he goes.
So, a lot of this, I understand, is man-made. There's a spring, but it's the pond is man-made, and I think the ranger said there were 3 endangered species here, but I don't know what they are. And it's not in my brochures.
Boy, Carol's lost without her brochures.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Can we swim? A lot of moss in the water, but it looks fairly clean. Yeah, the water's very clear. You can kind of see that green spot right out there. Everybody's got to stop and take pictures. Coot swimming around. Really white beak. He's coming this way. I'm not sure you're supposed to, but somebody is driven up here. Almost looks like a parking area here. And they have a picnic table right over here. So this is the path around the other side of the lake. We have a spring here, maybe? I found a little side trail here. Not sure where this goes. Except very close to bushes. Hopefully the rattlesnakes have rattlers and will tell me. They're kind of crazy. Definitely the kind of area you want to be careful. I wonder what the 3 endangered species that are supposed to live out here are. Humans? That's kind of cool here. I've been wanting to find this thing for years, and I guess I always thought it was up the road the other way. Like I said, I was probably so tired by the time I got to that part of the road that I wasn't paying attention to the signs along the way, and I am watching for critters on the ground, particularly one kind of critter. Not too worried about most other things. Well, a Gila monster. If I saw a Gila monster, that'd be pretty cool though. Wouldn't complain. unless he bit me. I understand you have to cut their heads off if they bite you, because they're kind of like a bulldog or something that they get a grip on and they don't let go. And the venom kind of just, I guess, oozes into you that way. I mean, most of the time, by the time we get to this part of the road, I'm exhausted. Probably done some hiking or something, which we didn't do today. So it's all Carol's fault. I wanted to take a big long hike, but she didn't want to hike. Sometimes we talk about these thorns being big, but look at that sucker. I don't know what kind of bush this is, but I would not want to get stuck by that. It's probably a vine. Looks like it's a vine in this tree. And here we are coming back out to the border wall. Trying to figure out why they have the steel plates at the top like that. I guess I'll hold it together. Also seems like a good way to catch the wind and blow it down. I did see a section of fence that was blown down. I thought the textures and colors on this saguaro, I can't tell if it was burnt. Looks like it's been burnt. That was kind of cool. Kind of the yellows and reds, and then the black from the burn. Pretty awesome. This little design there with the hole.
We have completed the north and south Puerto Blanco road. We started at 2, maybe 1:30, and that's 4:41.
I mean, we stopped at 8, but that was only about what? Maybe 20 minutes?
Then we walked to the...
We walked out to Quitabaquito Spring.
So yeah, it's a long, slow drive. So, but it was fun. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, beautiful. I mean, to me, that first part through the mountainous area with all those great peaks and stuff was, you know, the best part probably for me. The spring is pretty, but you know, it's a pool of water. If you could go swimming, I probably could have done that about then, but
It's gotten warm.
we're on our way back to camp. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yep.
And it may be on another video. I mean, with the road here, we may just go ahead and sign off. Thank you for watching. So, see you soon.